that kind of relates to the work I did on the Bernie 2020 campaign. So I was on the national relational organizing team, and I was a moderator there. And basically, the whole premise of that team was you're more likely to be influenced by someone you know, someone you love, your friends, your family, someone you have a relationship with, rather than just like a random person phone banking you. And so the whole point is we were so on that team, we were phone banking volunteers who already supported Bernie Sanders. And we were saying, okay, here's the resources and here's what you can do to talk to your friends and family, because that's going to make more of an impact than just a random person phone banking them, because you already bring credibility. And I think that's so important is to, that was like, I don't know if it's 100% true, but they said that that was the first relational organizing team nationally ever in the US. And I thought that that was really innovative. I never thought about that. I was like, oh, like, obviously, if, my best friend was to tell me, like, oh, I really support this person, here's why, I'd be much more influenced by that person than a random stranger saying, oh, okay, like, do you know who Bernie Sanders is? And here's why. And because I just don't know who you are. Like, you could be lying to me and I wouldn't know. So I think talking to your friends and family, even if it's uncomfortable, is really important. Even if you might not agree, just having the conversation, and then finding points of agreement. Like, I think I've never had someone disagree with me about campaign finance reform. Everyone agrees that we need to do something about the system. And I think it's really important to have these conversations.
It would be good to learn how to talk to people too.
I wrote an article about that. Funny.
You did? I didn't know.
On the team, we would make, or they, like, the staff would make resources as to, like, if they are, so we'd like you'd rank your friends, and you'd rank them a 5 if they're already supporting Bernie, rank them a 4 if they're like likely, 3 if they're on the fence, 2 if they support another Democratic primary person, 1 if they are like a Republican or something. And what they would do is they'd say, okay, so you kind of would know, or you'd tell your friends to take a survey or whatever, and then you can kind of figure out where your friends lie on the spectrum. And then you would really focus on the 3s who are on the fence, or the 2s who support another Democratic primary challenger. So it's like, you're not trying to have someone from going super conservative to supporting Bernie Sanders, but you're trying to make the little changes, or the little, like going from Elizabeth Warren to Bernie Sanders is much easier of a jump than, going from, I don't know, Donald Trump to Bernie Sanders. Which actually, I don't know, maybe, I don't know.
Actually, like some people did get, and some people went from Bernie Sanders to Donald Trump then I would argue that you can swap that.
And that's something I'm really interested in actually recently, is like that kind of the populism thing. Especially in the recent years, it's really been coming up. And I kind of follow all of the progressive leftist influencers. And then I kind of like seeing how they see connection between the right wing populism movement and the left wing populism movement. And I think that might be the way forward in politics, is, agreeing to disagree on the social cultural stuff, and then agreeing on the economic policy of, like, we need to do something.
Yeah, I think it's so much a class thing, right? And I feel like if you can measurably improve people's lives, then you're going to get people on, the populace on both ends of the spectrum to go, yeah, I would like a living wage. I would like to be able to afford a home. I would like to, have affordable food and healthcare and all of these basic things that we need, to survive and support our families.
Yeah, I think if Donald Trump wasn't the kind of face of the right-wing populism movement, there'd be a lot more potential, because, I mean, so many people don't want to work with people on the right because Donald Trump is what they imagine when they see someone on the right? They imagine someone who's a bigot and, doesn't really actually care about any policy or whatever. But there are people on the right who may be just socially conservative because of their religion or whatever. And although I really disagree with them, I think that I would rather make progress on the economic front. And, there are some things that I won't condone. But I mean, if you, I don't know, for abortion, for example, if you are pro-life, but you agree that we should have Medicare for all, I'm still going to work with you to get Medicare for all, even though we vehemently disagree about abortion. And, that's just one example.